Hey guys, I'm Valkrin. I'm a challenger in North America, and today I'm going to be giving you a guide to diamond in under 5 minutes. And this guide is designed to get you to diamond as quickly as possible. First up, these 15 champions are the best at carrying in solo queue. You should learn 5 of them to the best of your ability and spam them in solo queue. Duo queuing is very risky. I don't suggest it. A lot of the times you'll duo queue with people that you don't have synergy with, or they don't take the game as serious as you, and the result is you're less likely to win. And this is all about improving your win rate. You should put your teammates in their strongest roles, and this means you should be using LO King and LO Nexus and figure out what your teammates play during Champion Select. And you should fit yourself into the missing role, and that means if no one in your team plays support, your Blitzcrank and Thresh better be freaking good, because you're going to be carrying from support. You shouldn't stress out because not every game is going to be winnable, but you should treat every game like it is winnable in order to get the maximum win rate out of every game that you play. You should be taking a 5 to 10 minute break between each game to reflect on the previous game. And this is partly just to figure out where you messed up in the previous game or what you did well, or what was the problem last game or something like that. And it also means that you won't be matched up with the previous people that you just played with. And that's a good thing because a lot of the players, there were players that lost in that previous game, and there were players that were on tilt. There was there were probably arguments that went on. You'll get a fresh start, and as a result, your win rate's going to definitely improve. You should be spending a week dissecting every loss and win with your replay system. And this could be when you first start out or when you feel like you went on tilt. It might be boring, but you're going to learn something new every game, and you're going to learn where your weaknesses are. If you're staring at every single mistake you make, you're going to start realizing, wow, I need to start improving in this area, or I need to start looking for help in this area, or I might need to change how I do this aspect of the game. Baron is the easiest way to win or lose a game. If you're winning by a significant amount, you should not risk having it stolen. If their enemy jungler's alive and you don't have vision of him and you guys are doing Baron, there's a good chance he's probably waiting behind Baron to try and flash in and steal it. And it's a 50-50 chance that he's going to get it pretty much, because in reality that's what a smite comes down to. If you're losing, you should try and steal it because you have really nothing to lose. If you're losing by a significant amount to the point where if they get Baron and they're just going to come and push your inhibitors down, you should try and steal it, because the worst thing that can happen is you're still going to lose. The best thing that can happen is you win the game because you stole Baron, and your allies think you're amazing. There's nothing to lose in that scenario. And sneaking Baron is the easiest way to win a game, but it has a huge risk and it has to equate the reward. So if you think if you're confident enough to win the game without that Baron, then you shouldn't risk it unless it's a guaranteed get. If you have pink wards or an oracles or something like that, and they have people bot lane. Crowd control is probably the easiest way to win solo queue games. And this, if you have 5 characters with crowd control, I guarantee you're going to have a better chance of winning that game than if you were playing with, characters that don't have crowd control, in other words. The team with more crowd control usually wins team fights. It's as simple as that, and a team that wins team fights has a greater chance of winning that game. Therefore, teams with greater crowd control are more likely to win the game. And that's just, you should just encourage your allies to play characters with crowd control. This doesn't mean you should be like, no, don't play that character because it doesn't have crowd control. It means if your allies ask for suggestions, suggest champions that have crowd control for those roles. You should never be giving up during the laning phase, because anything can happen after it. You could steal Baron, you could backdoor an inhibitor, anything can happen. Never play the game like it's already won as well, because throws can happen. Your allies can throw, you can throw. Play the game until the Nexus is destroyed. That's all I can say. Because even in high elo, this happens way too much. People get a 10k gold lead and think they can do whatever they want. Never argue during a game, because that is probably one of the worst things you can ever do. Because it doesn't become about winning the game anymore, it becomes about winning the argument. Even if you're right, don't even argue. Don't. Just don't. Lane swapping gives your team a huge advantage, and I have a video on that, and you guys should check it out. I'm not going to go too much into it in this video because I have another video designed for that, but you should definitely look into lane swapping if you want to improve your win rate. Improving your overall win rate is the entire goal behind this video, and you should be setting reachable goals every day that you play, though. They need to be very small goals that you can reach, like getting to your series match or anything like that, because this entire guide is based around grinding to diamond, and you need to reach goals along the way to get to your overall goal. And thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, etc. See ya.